Hi guys, welcome to Leap Day 2024, February 29th. Kind of sucks that they decided to give us an extra day of winter instead of an extra day of summer. But it's just beyond this, and they didn't ask me. I always thought Leap Day should be like a bigger deal than it is, just because it's so rare. One of my old co-workers was actually born on February 29th. So he's probably like 10 now, counting birthdays. Fun fact about me is I have lost the ability to make a ball. I've been doing these chores that I've done other videos about, and they're pretty much straight in shots. I can't make a ball anymore. So I'm trying to fix that, and we'll see if that ever happens. Yay! But the thing I want to, that 13 won't go. The thing I want to talk about in this video is I had a conversation in the comments section of one of my really old videos. It was a conversation with a very accomplished player, much better than me. But we had the same thing happen to us. And I kind of think most pool players have had this happen at one time or another. And it's the phenomenon of basically playing down to your opponent's level. If you're playing somebody and you're better than them, you should mop up the table with them. Yet you just barely win. You play down to their level. Usually things like this happen in like social situations, but it can even happen in tournaments. You play good enough to win, but you don't play like your normal game. And so I have some possible explanations for that. And I'm guilty of all of these. That was a really good leave on nothing. You see that? I'm guilty of all of these. I'm not picking on anybody. So the first thing that jumped in my head when we were talking about this, playing down to your opponent's level, the first thing was just, I'm just trying to show off. This guy knows I'm a good player, good player. And I want to show him how good I am. Show him, I'm completely out of his league. And by trying to show off and shoot stuff he should never shoot, don't shoot particularly well. So that was the first thing that jumped into my head. Also, I was thinking about a lot of times you're just trying to just have fun. You and a bunch of your friends maybe at a bar, having some beers. Oh shit, there's a pool table, let's play. You just want to just have some fun. You don't need to get all serious and try to destroy your opponent and all that stuff, because it's just supposed to be a fun thing. Right alongside that, you could also have like a little bit of empathy for your opponent, depending on who it is. Maybe they don't deserve to be murdered. Maybe they don't deserve to be humiliated or be made to cry or whatever. So you can feel a little bit sorry for them. And therefore, you can beat them. So you just play down to their level, maybe a little bit better than their level, and you win, but they're not completely humiliated and disgraced, and they don't have to move to another country and change their name and all that stuff because you beat them so bad. Wow, I suck at banks. I suck at banks these days, man. The very last thing that came to my mind on this subject probably should have been first. I think it's just laziness, just mental laziness. Because, let's face it, it's hard to shoot well. It's easy to suck or stink up the place. And if I'm playing somebody that I'm going to beat very handily, even if I'm shooting pretty badly, I do not have a lot of incentive to really bear down and try my damnedest when I know that it's not necessary. I don't have to shoot my best to beat this person. Remember, almost everybody had people they knew in high school. Maybe you were one of those people, I don't know, that worked really hard and studied all night and did all this and they got their straight A's. And then you had some other people who were just basically just coasting. Hey, you know what? A D is good enough. It passes. Yeah, if I get a C, I probably won't get yelled at by my parents. So I'll just put in the effort needed to get a C or maybe a B. But I'm not going to work my ass off to get my straight A pluses and shit like that. It's kind of the same thing I'm talking about with some pool opponents. Yeah, sure, you can work really hard and really, hone your skills and all that and murder this guy or this girl. I don't want to be discriminatory in my murdering. But you know why? That's a laziness thing. It's a mental laziness thing. And I'm very, very guilty of it. Many, many times in my life, I've been very guilty of it. But, oh well, what are you going to do? So, take that and I'm just going to flip it to the other way around. I'm playing somebody that is much better than me. You would think, well, hell, if I'm playing somebody that's worse than me and I play down at their level, now I'm going to turn around and I'm going to play somebody much better than me. I'm going to play really well. No, it doesn't work that way. Still going to play below my level a lot of times. Doesn't seem fair at all, but life isn't fair. If I'm drawing somebody that I know is a lot better player than I am, I don't expect them to play down at my level. I don't. I put that out of my mind. I don't even think about it. What I end up having to do is, one of a couple of different things. One is I'll do what I'll throw a bunch of Hail Marys. The only chance I have of beating this person is if I run the entire rack right now. Because as soon as I miss, the match is over with. Okay, that's one plan of attack, but it doesn't particularly usually work that well. But throwing the Hail Marys is a lot like the showing off on the other side I was talking about. It just doesn't work. You can also have just a little bit of like a self-defeating attitude. Man, I'm playing Efren. He's going to beat me. I'll just phone in the match or whatever. So you do that, and then when the match is over and Efren beats you, you see, I didn't really even try. Therefore, it's not my fault. I didn't really try to win. I just kind of just phoned it in. So it's not my fault that I just lost. It happens a lot. This has happened to me a lot. And it gives you a built-in excuse for playing badly, for losing. Yeah, you weren't trying. Okay. How do you fix this? I don't know how to fix this stuff. But like back when I was still like a developing player, like late 80s, I often said, if I was playing my grandmother a race to 100 in straight pool, I'm going to try my damnedest to beat her 100-0. My grandma did not play pool as far as I know at all. But I believed it when I said that, and I think it was true. I had that attitude of, if I'm better than you, I'm going to play like I'm better than you. I'm not going to play down at your level. I don't feel sorry for you or whatever. Teaching you a lesson. One of my mentors used to always tell me about how, if you really destroy this guy, he might feel bad, for whatever, an hour or a week or a year or whatever it is. Depends on how bad you destroyed him. But if he's really serious about the game, he's going to take that loss and try to learn something from it and try to improve after it. So it was always, oh, I'm helping them by murdering them. Sometimes I could have that attitude. I think I probably did back in the 80s. I had it better back then. But that kind of attitude only really works for like other pool players. If I'm just at a family gathering and my brother-in-law wants to play, he's never played pool in his life, and I murder him, does that just do him any good at all? No, probably not. As I've gotten older, I guess I've gotten more empathetic to where, we're all just going through the same crap. We all miss, we all have miscues. We're brothers in arms, I think I've said in videos before. And I want to win, but I no longer have the need to like really win and really destroy somebody or anything like that. I'm probably not capable of it a lot of times, certainly not as capable as I used to be. But I don't have the desire, I don't have that, I don't know, that whatever you have to have in your brain that makes you want to completely dominate people. I don't have that anymore, right? Is that an age thing? Is that a thing about like the recognition that my talent has decreased? Maybe a combination of both, maybe something else, don't know. But I felt like it was a really interesting conversation that I was having in the comments because, it wasn't just me. At least there's one other guy also plays down to his opponent's levels. He said he hates when he draws the worst guy in the tournament. And I understand that. You draw the worst guy, then you're going to play like maybe the second worst guy all of a sudden. It doesn't do you any good at all. And then if in the next round you draw the best guy, you're not prepared because you've been phoning in your other match. If I had solutions, if I was, the perfect mental pool player guy, I'd let you guys know, and then I'd go hit the road. But I don't have solutions for that. They're just things that happen. And just a couple of reasons that I think things like that can happen. You play a worse player, you can play down to their level. So somehow, don't do that. You play a much better player, you can kind of like give up. Well, don't do that either. How you don't do it, I don't have the answer to that question. Try your damnedest. If I try my damnedest against Dennis, guess what? Dennis is still going to beat my ass. Does it do me any good to have tried my damnedest? Yes. But am I going to be disappointed because I really did try and still got my ass? Whereas if I just phoned it in, okay, I didn't even really try. Of course he beat me. I didn't really try. It's a messed up attitude to have, but it's there and it's real. I am going to stop this video and get welcome to, tomorrow it'll be meteorological spring. March, April, May is meteorological spring. It's not officially spring yet, but I'm kind of counting it as spring. And, leap day and woohoo, and I think it should be a holiday, but it's not. It's just another day of winter. Bye, guys.